Jeff Brown is licensed by the state of Washington to sell raw milk, a non-pasteurized product which he sells for 2 to 3 times the price of its conventional counterpart. That difference in price and the fact that his daughter wanted to join the family business were key factors leading to the creation of the Dungeness Valley Creamery.
Probably the best way to explain it is that we never wanted to be more than just a small family farm, 50, 60 cows. And we didn't want to grow in numbers, so we wanted to make our emphasis be on keeping small, keeping quality, and finding a market that was a niche market.
300 miles south in Oregon is Lockmead Dairy, a family-owned operation that employs several branches of the family tree.
10, 11, 12, 13 family members involved, full-time.
Milk from 600 cows is processed at the Lockmead Dairy and then sold in 43 Dairy Mart stores, which also are part of the family-owned operation. As the general manager of the dairy, Kim Gibson oversees the business built by her grandfather.
We've managed to keep it profitable by diversifying and also by buying just milk from our own herd and distributing mainly through our own stores. If we were just bottling milk that we were buying from someone else, it'd be hard to be profitable.
Lockmead Farm sells a wide variety of milk and ice cream, but does not sell raw milk. Every dairy product they sell is pasteurized.
Nobody in their right mind would eat raw chicken, because we know that you got to cook chicken to kill the bacteria associated with that meat. And I think the same thing applies for milk.
Nick Furman is the executive director of the Oregon Dairy Products Commission, a trade group which promotes the state's dairy industry.
Heat pasteurization kills bacteria and renders the milk safe, and so as long as that's the position of the Food Safety Division in Oregon, as long as that's the position of FDA, as long as that's the recommendation of the American Medical Association, we feel that provides an adequate safety zone for our products in the marketplace.
Despite concerns about the safety of raw milk, advocates believe pasteurization destroys beneficial enzymes. According to the Weston Price Foundation, an organization dedicated to restoring nutrient-dense foods to the human diet, there are currently 25 states that allow raw milk to be sold for human consumption.
This was milked by my farmer. The cow was Pearl. It was milked
While
last
it is legal
night.
to sell raw milk in Oregon, it must be purchased directly from the producer, and a raw milk operation is limited to just 3 cows.
Yeah, I ran out a couple days ago, so it's been a while. It sure is good to have it back. I may have to go back to a gallon a week.
Claire Darling is a former vegetarian who has been drinking raw milk for 7 years and is the local organizer of the Portland chapter of the Weston Price Foundation.
Someone else can do their own research and come up with a totally different decision for their family, and I respect that wholeheartedly. And all I would like is to have the same respect and the same rights that if they choose to go to the store and get pasteurized milk, well, I'd like to be able to go to the store and get raw milk.
Nevertheless, officials are concerned over the safety of non-pasteurized dairy products. In 2005, health officials in Washington state traced the source of an E. coli outbreak to raw milk produced by Dee Creek Farm, an unlicensed dairy. At least 18 people became ill, and 2 children were hospitalized in critical condition. Since then, Washington has required all producers of non-pasteurized milk be licensed by the state, and all raw milk must carry a warning label stating the product could contain harmful bacteria.
Raw milk drinkers are kind of committed to drinking raw milk, and I felt simply putting in a ban was only going to drive it underground.
Representative Jim Moeller from the 49th District in Washington introduced legislation after the Dee Creek Farm incident that would eliminate cow sharing, a loophole that allows consumers to purchase raw milk by owning a share of the animal. There are 5 states where it is illegal to sell raw milk, but legal to drink raw milk from a cow you own.
We closed those loopholes, and we've been working very diligently with the smaller dairies to make sure that they are compliant. They don't want to sell anything that's going to end up hurting people either.
Jeff Brown says that the milk he sells now is far cleaner than the milk he provided to the dairy co-op to be pasteurized. Though more rigorous safety standards add to his costs, Brown says they are important and good for business.
If they're doing a good job, then we have nothing to worry about. But if they're not a licensed dairy and they don't know what they're doing, then it's a potential hazard, and an E. coli scare will affect us greatly.
For Market to Market, I'm Jeannie Campbell.